The bull's over.
Wow, looking at this footage, seriously, I mean, if I didn't tell you any context at all, you'd probably think that this was like Black Friday somewhere, 2012, and people are basically trying to grab that new big screen flat TV on a Black Friday, or maybe even a sneaker drop, or maybe fleeing a disaster. But no, this is actually happening right now. Believe it or not, people are literally camping out for 6 days straight on city sidewalks. They're getting into screaming matches and fights with mall security, and basically treating a random Tuesday like some page out of an apocalyptic book. And what are they fighting over, you might ask? Well, a piece of plastic. Well, technically, bioceramic. So they are risking public humiliation and a severe lack of sleep to drop $400 on a colorful pop art pocket watch made of plastic. Welcome back to the channel. This is Boss from Home, and we love moments like this where we give a boombastic side eye to a lot of the things that we spend and consume as consumers, a lot of the things that we spend our money on. But today, I want to talk about this new drop, the Audemars Royal Pop drop, because behind a lot of these viral videos of absolute consumer chaos is a much darker and weirder story about hyperinflation psychology, corporate manipulation, and why our generation is completely addicted to buying things that we don't need with money that we do not have. So I'm really excited to get into today's video, but first, a word from today's sponsor, Printify. So you know what I find really funny? I mean, watching people stand in line for these limited drops, it always reminds me of something. It reminds me that a lot of us, we were basically taught to chase the next big thing, the next big release, the drop, the next thing that everybody has, and you basically are nobody if you don't have it. But lately I've also been seeing things where people wonder, okay, well, what can I actually build instead? And so that's actually why Printify always makes sense and is a long-standing supporter of this channel. Because instead of standing in line hoping that somebody releases something cool and that you actually score it, you can actually create your very own products and your very own ideas. Now, we love Printify around here, and if you have no clue who they are, Printify is a print-on-demand platform where you can basically design things like shirts, hoodies, mugs, journals, blankets, even trend-inspired products without needing to hold any inventory in your spare bedroom. And what I personally love about Printify is that you can test out different ideas in a low-risk way. So you're not ordering hundreds of products, you're not shipping out products from your house. So basically, when someone orders a product from you, Printify will handle the printing and the shipping for you. And honestly, I think that in a time where everybody is chasing the next hype, I think that there's something really cool about building something of your own. So if you're curious and you want to check them out, I have a link for you down below in the description box. All right, and big thank you to Printify for sponsoring today's video. All right, so just backing up for a second, if you are not like this massive watch nerd, you're probably wondering, okay, what are you even talking about? Swatch is the brand that made a lot of those neon, loud plastic watches that maybe your cool aunt wore back in the 80s, but now they're teamed up with a different company. Now, AP is what the watch world calls the Holy Trinity. They are basically independent, ultra luxury Swiss royalty, and their flagship watch, which is called the Royal Oak, is worn by a lot of billionaires and rap icons and elite athletes. So if you walk into an AP boutique, you're not getting out of there just spending, you know, $30, $50, or $300 alone. So when they announced that they were doing a Royal Pop collection with Swatch for only $400, the internet lost its ever-loving mind.
Listen, I'm gonna say 2 letters. AP. I'm not leaving this state without an AP in the palm of my hand.
Nice.
So, as,
That's what we like to hear.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in the streets of New York City. We're going to go and check out the Swatch/AP collaboration. We're going to go check out the lines, get some remarks and reviews from some of the clients.
These are people that have stayed in that same spot for days. Like, I have not seen a drop where people actually camped out for days outside of the store. But here you have New Yorkers, and listen, I love my New Yorkers, but to be out on the street in Times Square, I believe that is, Manhattan, the most busiest city ever, with so many people walking all about, walking up and down, loud noise, pollution, maybe even some critters here and there. Like, it's a lot. So these people are putting a lot on the line for this watch.
In the line, checked it all out. Come along with us. Are you guys waiting in the line for investment purposes / resale, or you guys want to hold it on to personal value for yourself?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not here for the watch. I'm here because I'm selling my spot. Because I know there's people.
You know what? I've seen stories like that where people are not really there to buy the watch. They're just there to get a good spot so that they can sell that spot and make a quick few $100s. Like, are you crazy? Like, people are really creative in this. Like, who actually thought about that? That wouldn't have even come to my mind.
I really want the watch more than I do. Like, for me, it just sit in my drawer somewhere. Like, I got an AP now. It's a pocket watch. I can't wear it. I gotta wait until they drop the bin. I'm not trying to spend more money. So,
But you know what? That's equivalent to, I'm sorry, I keep stopping. That's equivalent to people buying up domains so that they can mark it up high, and then the whatever product or company that would need that domain would have to come to them and pay for that exorbitant amount of money. Like, I don't know. That just sounds like that to me. It just came to mind. Anyways.
number 52 now. So you're guaranteed to get a watch if you get my spot. It's cheap, $200. Get a good spot.
Now, I'm keeping this one for sure. I get a watch every year for my birthday for myself. So I flew out from Ohio, bro, and we're just thugging it out, man. We're in the deep until we get one. So I am not leaving this state without an AP in the palm of my hand.
Nice.
So,
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, we're gonna be happy.
How long have you been waiting in line, if you don't mind me asking?
I got here yesterday, probably about 5 p.m.
Okay.
Landed at 3 p.m. Took the subway over here, and now we're thugging it out, bro.
Wow.
12 p.m. since yesterday?
Okay.
Yeah, so not too bad.
10 a.m. yesterday.
And you guys are here for, well, unless you get the offer, but are you guys here for the long run at least until the official drop?
Okay. Yeah.
I am.
So we are here. It's currently raining now. People are bunkering down and bringing their umbrellas along. Now, people are getting ready to be here for another 3 days. Now, mind you, people have already been here since yesterday morning waiting. They're getting ready to bunker down and be here for the long run.
Okay, so apparently the city of Miami Beach served this particular location, the Swatch location, a notice of violation. And it's basically because of the fact that there are stores that are next, like, there's just a code that these stores have to go by. And they don't want people just laying around, sitting around in chairs, making it look like a quote-unquote eyesore. Like some people said in the comments, that the police said that no one is able to sleep in these chairs overnight in front of these stores. No one can sit there in a chair. Maybe sit in your car, like in a parking spot, but not in front of the store. This is not just happening in the US. This is happening all over the world. There are places in across the pond where people are doing the exact same thing. They are camped out for this watch. So this is a worldwide chaotic event. People are putting everything out there for this watch.
This guy has been out here since Monday. It is now Wednesday. You must really be excited for this watch. So why don't you tell us what's it like, just being out here in the street since Monday?
Well, the experience, I always like the experience of being outside, being around other people just like me. It's a vibe. So we out here just be chilling.
Sir, like to be outside that long? And plus, this is from Houston. This is the Galleria Mall. It's been hot these last few days. It's been 90 degrees hot outside. Nobody goes outside during the daytime. So the fact that he was camped outside for 2 full days, and that's not even the fullness, like this was Monday, so he stayed out there for the entire week. And from my knowledge, when people camp outside, they don't really leave their post. Like they stay there for the most part. They don't leave their chair there just to kind of hold a place. Like they are there for 90% of the time. The fact that he did that, I really hope that he left with a watch, because that's ridiculous. And then you're dealing with other people who probably didn't brush their teeth from morning, okay? They are there with you, all sorts of issues and attitudes and people getting aggressive because they were there since Monday, okay? So they have a stake in this too, and they are in it to win it too.
And why this watch? Why is it special to you?
Well, the last time Swatch did a pocket watch seemed like it was before my time, before I was born. So I guess I like the fact that history repeats itself. So that's what makes it unique. And then also just like the trend of like more like fashionable watches, kind of high-end watches, and the fact that they made one at a lower price range to make like normal people actually being able to afford it.
I like that too. I like the fact that this particular company is opening up for those people that maybe they can't spend $30,000 on a watch, but they could get their hands on a watch that's $400. Like, I like that too. That's good. That's a good balance, right? And he said all of the right things. He's not a scalper. He's there for the passion of the watch. But then you have people that they are grimy, okay? They are there to mark up the price 5 times over and even sell their place in the line, as we have seen already.
Earlier you mentioned you had like some chairs for sale, so tell me more about that.
Wow.
What's going on with that is,
chairs for sale?
like I just said, when we got here, it wasn't that many people here. So me knowing what the move is and what's going on and how I'm trying to do things, I went and added more chairs, really feel me, for to put more people that's ready to be in position and more people that's adamant about doing this to put them in a position to do that rather than being stuck behind the ones that's loafing.
Sir, you trying to catch a bag. Let's just say it. Just say it.
So when you get this watch, are you going to resell it or are you going to keep it for yourself?
Man, it's a historic timepiece. I don't know if I want to keep it for myself. My mama's birthday was just on the 11th, man. I love, boy, man, I'm 23. You feel me? I kind of want to just put it on my wrist, pop it, get AP, my first AP, man.
For camping for the watch. Damn. About to get that watch.
Going.
They want the AP so bad.
Around the corner. They dropped 8 pocket watch meets lanyard hybrid designs. So it's got like that iconic AP octagonal shape, but it's also made with Swatch's signature bioceramic, which is basically ceramic powder mixed in with castor oil. So it's fun, it's loud, and compared to a real AP, it's practically free. And so that's exactly where the trap was set out for everyone, because Swatch, they didn't just release a watch, but they engineered a stampede. They basically applied that same blueprint that they used for another watch that really went crazy they sold years ago, and the method is that you cannot buy this online. So just think about that. In 2026, when you can get anything, you can get groceries, cars, maybe even get a house delivered from your phone with just one click. Swatch, they want you to physically walk into a select brick and mortar storefronts. So you basically cannot just add it to your cart, and there's no, digital waiting room for this product. If you want the watch, you basically have to physically surrender your dignity and stand in that long line that wraps around 3 entire city blocks.
Get out of line, losers. You're about to lose a lot of money. Let me explain. First of all, the watch you're lining up 5 days in advance for is not a wristwatch. We know this because the teaser shows a lanyard.
Not a piece of lanyard. Listen, when I see this, I'm already thinking, okay, a lanyard? Like, I don't know, my overthinking brain is already putting things together. Even if they haven't showed the entire watch, I'm already kind of conceiving it in my mind. Like, okay, lanyard. How in the world am I spending $400 and I'm seeing lanyard? Like, what exactly is this? I don't know. I'm already looking at it and seeing that it is not worth it. But anyway, I could be overthinking, like I said.
The term pop is a double entendre. It refers to pop art in the style of Andy Warhol and the ability to pop the watch out of its frame. It's going to be modular, so you can expect a lot of accessories. But I wouldn't expect it to go on your wrist. Second of all, if history is any guide, the resale price won't be that high. We're talking about a colorful pocket watch here.
You're also talking about scalpers who will stop at nothing to market as high as they could because people want to be a part of the hype. Okay? We don't see any shame when it comes to scalpers reposting online.
But the most important reason this is dumb is because time is money. Profit does not mean what I paid versus what I sold it for. You have to factor in labor. So even if you make minimum wage, you have to factor in 24 hours at 5 days. Even at the federal minimum wage, your labor costs are going to be at least $870. Add that to the $500 estimated cost of the watch. Once you consider taxes and platform fees, realistically, you'd have to sell at $1,500 just to break even. I know times are hard, but they're not that hard. Have some self-respect.
No, apparently they are hard because people don't have self-respect. Well, the scalpers. And we actually have some clips I'm going to show you where there are actual scalpers that admit that they are going to resell this product and they admit how much they will resell it for. Honestly, I think that the internet has every right to be mad about this drop because if you look at it closely at those lines that are out there, they are not filled with passionate enthusiasts who just love watches. These lines are completely dominated with two different types of groups, and you would see group A, which are the resellers, the scalpers, the professional flippers who have absolutely zero interest in the watch. They're just basically there for the hype, and then within minutes of these stores selling out, these $400 watches are already hitting websites like StockX and eBay for $500, $2,000, maybe even $2,800.
The Swatch and AP drop for the pocket watch was absolute trash, right? And it's mostly because of the scalpers. So you guys, I honestly don't understand why people are going too crazy about this, just because this isn't a limited time drop. This is going to be mass produced eventually. So also, like, why didn't they drop this online too? I feel like that would have been so much easier. Apparently the store was closed by the time I got there, and it's just like, yo, what, why are we like this? 100% like the scalpers. Like, you guys, I'm trying to get something that I want to get, y'all just trying to flip for like $5. I really hope that the people that bought it and trying to flip it, no one buys it from them and they actually lose money. So you guys.
Scalpers are hitting every industry. Like, wow, it's been a theme now. These last few videos that I've been producing have always had some kind of theme with scalpers, like some kind of element of people scalping. Like, it's crazy. It's like the new side hustle, and people need the money. Like, we are in some desperate times. People are doing some things, some desperate things.
AP Swatch collab. Are you guys going to keep them or are you going to sell them? Sell. How much do you need for them?
$2,000.
Are you buying it for yourself or?
I'm buying it for my dad.
For your dad?
They pay me $700 to run up here.
Do you think this is worth it? The $700?
Yeah.
Really?
I think it's worth, like, all these guys are going to sell it for way more than like $700. They're going to get more than $700 profit. But just out of courtesy of my dad, like, I'm sure he's going to appreciate it heaps.
Hoping for as much as possible. Yeah. No expectations. If you were to sell your spot right now, how much money would you need to pack up and go home?
Give me 800. I'll probably go for
800?
500. That's not bad for just a couple of hours worth.
Hopefully, like, a grand plus.
How much profit do you think you're going to make on it?
Probably like $1,000.
And do you think you make a better living doing this than if you were to take up another part-time job?
We're young, right? We're like 18. And
Wow. So they intentionally, like, purchased the chair to sit at the best part of the line and hold it. So they're selling their spot to whoever would buy, and they're probably marking up that spot, right? The longer they sit there and hold that spot, they're probably marking it up even more. Like, this is a side hustle among so many other hustles. Like, people are running a bag with these drops, and you really could go from drop to drop and do the same thing and probably be very successful. But it's the morality of it. Like, you're scalping.
He got Zell. Wow. I need to upcharge that, my boy. 2,000. He made an instant profit.
So he basically went in, paid $500, only to come out of that store and right outside the store resell it for 4 times the amount that he purchased. So he already got his money back many times over.
Guys there with a whole bag of swatches. Like, I don't know how they got 20 pieces, but they have 20 pieces there and they're selling for 2 to 3K. I heard people are actually trying to go on carousel, trying to hire people to come and queue for them. I don't think many of them are here for the watch itself. I think it's just for the resale value in it. Thank you.
I'm still trying to get my mind around hiring someone to sit in the queue. Like, this is layered. Like, people are really creative. Like, I can't even think straight trying to figure out how in the world they came up with this. So there's this psychological term for all of this, and it's called doom spending. So it's basically when us young folks, we realize that the traditional milestones of adulthood, like buying a house, or maybe even starting a family, or retiring comfortably, those things are basically mathematically locked behind a paywall that we cannot afford. And so our spending habits completely change. So if saving up $50,000 for a house down payment, it feels impossible, you give up and you stop saving. So instead, you take that disposable income and then you redirect it into what a lot of psychologists call micro luxuries. So you can't buy $40,000, Royal Oak, Piaget watch. You will probably never see that type of cash in your bank account at one time, but you can scrape together $400 for the Swatch version. And so it gives you that temporary fleeting hit of dopamine that we all love. It lets you participate in a world of high-end prestige and luxury culture that society constantly tells you that you're supposed to want, but it also prevents you from actually achieving it. And so brands like Swatch and AP, they know all of this. They've studied us. They are basically weaponizing our economic anxiety, and they know that artificial scarcity, making something hard to get by forcing people into a physical line, much like that Starbucks teddy bear thing and the Stanley Cup craze that happens all the time, it creates this illusion of value. And so when you see a crowd of thousands of people pushing against the mall barrier, your brain doesn't think, oh wow, these people, look at their financial decisions. Your primal brain is basically thinking, okay, whatever is inside of that building, it must be life-changing and important, so I need to be there too. And so it's like this fabricated simulation of importance, and we fall for it every time.
So after coming here at 7 a.m., we just got informed that it was officially canceled, that Swatch is not going to open today nor tomorrow. So this is another reason why this collaboration is a mistake. And also, more people getting arrested.
The AP and Swatch Club just got cancelled. Me and my maid were waiting since 12 a.m. It is 7 a.m. right now, bro. Who is responsible for this? I even have to give my maid a day off now because of how long she had to wait. No one got watches. I think like 10 people got hurt. Windows got smashed. Bro, what's going on?
Wow, he waited hours only for them to, at the very last minute, tell him that the whole entire thing is canceled. It's a mess. It's a mess. I mean, I would be upset too, especially if you've been out there from early in the morning. You didn't even have to break your sleep like that.
You already counted how many people are getting. You mean to tell me I finished a 9 to 5 shift, bro. Pulled up straight here just for them to tell me, bro. Just for them to tell me, yeah? I waited 14 whole hours, bro. You know what that does to a man, bro? You know that You know what the
What time did you get here?
Brother, I came here at 6 o'clock.
Yesterday.
I came here at 6 yesterday, bro. The time is what? 9:01, bro. Hey, okay.
I'm seeing the debate. They told me this, they told me that. There are no more watches. You got a fan, you're good. If you don't, come back the next time. They release some more. This is not a limited release. This is
So they sold out this particular mall, which is Lenox Mall, sold out completely, which is what I was thinking. Like, how many watches do each of these stores have to supply all of the influx of people that are coming? So at some point they will sell out and people have to come back another day. So that's exactly what happened here. And so what's the takeaway here with all of this mess, right? If you were one of the people who camped out for the royal pop, you know, I'm not judging you. Or maybe you're currently hovering over that resale site. You're tempted to throw $2,000 on one. Just first back up and ask yourself, you know, what are you actually buying here? Are you buying a beautiful piece of design that you just really genuinely like? Or are you just buying the feeling of winning a game that maybe a marketing department designed to manipulate you? I would love to know your thoughts down below. Let us know. Did you see these lines in your city? I know they were out here in Houston, but more importantly, would you camp out for a watch collaboration for an entire week? Or do you think these people have just really lost the plot? Let us know what your thoughts are. And if you like content like this that breaks down consumer culture and a lot of the weird ways that we spend money, make sure that you are subscribed because we upload quite often on here and I love to see your face, new faces, and subscribers. All right, thank you so much for watching today's video. Let us know your thoughts down below on the way out and we will see each other in the next maybe part of the craziness that's happening right now. Stay tuned.